Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm doing this tutorial or a tutorial review on this makeup lock and seal from e.l.f. I got this a little while back, but I haven't even opened it up yet. But I guess this is kind of a first impression, and I want to show you guys, like, I'll do one eye with the same eyeshadow and see if you guys can see the intensity with this in here. It's supposed to be, or it's supposed to make your eyeshadow or any powder more intense, but also more long-lasting. So possibly by the end of the night, I can show you guys, or let you guys know how this worked out. So I'm just going to do it right now. I'm going to move the camera down a little bit. Okay. See here. So first I'm going to put on some of the shadow without this lock and seal. So here goes. I'll just use the same brush and then I'll dust it off. So this is just kind of my base color for today, but so let me put on another coat of it. Okay, so really nice and shimmery. So can you see the difference between these two eyes? This one has a pinkish from this here, more like a champagne color. Okay, so I'm going to brush off my brush and then I'm going to dip it into the little dropper the little jar that has the liquid. So I'm just going to coat it in here. It's actually a lot of liquid. It was just about 1 to 2 drops. So I'm just going to kind of dab it in there and then go into my eyeshadow again. And I use this eyeshadow because you can use it wet or dry. So let me see, I'm going to put it on here. Wow, the color is definitely more prominent. Can you see that? And that was only one layer. Of course, with any wet and dry eyeshadow, when you use it wet, the color is obviously always more intense. But this one is pretty intense, and this is only my first coat. So you can see the difference here. This is my right eye with no e.l.f. Make and Seal. With no e.l.f. Makeup and Seal. And this, my left eye, has the Makeup and Seal liquid on the brush. Do you see the intensity just like shot up by like 5? So, yeah, I am actually going to even out this eye because I can't walk around like that. But by the end of the night, I will do kind of more of a review on it, and I'll tell you guys how long-lasting this works. And I didn't put any primer on my eyes, so we'll see if the liquid helps with the creasing. Alright, I'll get back with you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, so just an update on the e.l.f. Makeup Lock and Seal. I've been wearing it for the entire day, probably 8-9 hours, and here's a checkup. I did layer another color on top, and it was the e.l.f. Jumbo Eyeshadow Stick. So you can see that the color didn't budge, which is great, the bottom layer that I put on. But I've noticed that because of using another shadow on top, I didn't dip this jumbo eyeshadow stick into the Makeup Lock and Seal. So this did crease a little bit in the corner of my eye, but the shadow that I used underneath, the Maybelline, with the Makeup Lock and Seal, did not crease. And usually if I don't use this, I always have to use a primer with this shadow because it does crease. So the bottom line is, yes, this Makeup Lock and Seal works. It does make your eyeshadow, look more, you know, vibrant and more color when you apply it on. But I recommend that if you are going to use this Makeup Lock and Seal, that you use all your shadows that you will be using on your eyes and adding this to it, because even though I use this combination together and I added this shadow still creased on top, and I had to rub it a little bit to get it off. Which brings another point, is that it's kind of inconvenient to use this if you're not using a brush. Because if I just want to use this jumbo eyeshadow stick, I'm not going to, you know, dip it into this little box with this liquid, right? So you are going to have to use shadows that require like a makeup brush. Also, I think it's just a little inconvenient because it's not, you know, very time friendly. I'm not going to wake up every morning, you know, to drop this liquid into this little, you know, pot and then apply my shadow. It's just like 3 extra steps that I don't need to do every morning. With that said, I think this would be great to use for special occasion makeup where you need it to stay on and it needs to look vibrant and more pop of color. Then this product would be great. I don't see a huge difference between this and a normal primer. So if your normal primer is working for you, that's great. And if your normal primer is working with like no creasing, or, you know, I see a primer a lot easier to use because you can just dot it and then rub it all over your eye. This requires just a lot more, you know, an added step or another detail. But with this step, I guess what they're trying to achieve is for baked eyeshadows where you can use it dry or wet. This would be actually a great step for you to take because it makes your brush wet and it locks in and doesn't let your eyeshadows crease, and it doesn't let and it's long lasting. So I guess, you know, there's pros and cons to everything, but that's my 2 cents on it. I hope you guys like this review. Let me know if you want to know anything else about this thing. And it was actually really cheap, and I think I'm just going to keep it and use it for, you know, a special occasion because I do like it, and I don't think there was a scent or anything to it. I didn't notice it. So yeah, let me know if you like this video. Please like it below. Leave comments. I'll answer you. And have a great night. Bye.